Hi there. This isn't the shirt I'll be wearing through this video. I do like it though, you wanna see it? I had to put pants on to do that and it doesn't matter because you did not see my lower half. I've been lazy. Or working on other stuff. Or both, you decide. This is one strong ass drink and it wasn't my fault. Anyways, this is a part 2 that was never meant to happen. The second one. Grass types only wasn't meant to be 2 parts either. But yeah, I already recorded everything for this, and then I got into editing, and it had to be a 2-parter. So yeah, if you miss the main video, I can't fucking tell which way I'm supposed to point for the eye. It's also in the description. But yeah, this is me going through the Elite Four rematch thing with the reserve water type only team, essentially. So here's how that last video was supposed to end. Also, can you tell I didn't have a script this time? We send in Seedra, who's hit by a flamethrower but responds with a Hydro Pump one-shot, finishing the match. With that, we've beaten our rival and been inducted into the Hall of Fame. But we're not done yet. See, 6 Pokemon were left in the PC, so I decided to use them to challenge the Elite Four again. So, with the use of Game Shark codes for unlimited Master Balls and rare candies to evolve them, because I did not want to spend the time actually working on this shit, I went around catching a whole bunch of non-water type Pokemon, leveling them up so that they could evolve, leaving them in a box called Unwanted, registering enough Pokemon in the Pokedex to unlock the National Dex, go to one island, get the Rainbow Pass off Celio, clear out the Team Rocket Travelers on the Semi-Hours, so that Lorelei will return to the Indigo Plateau, and now we can challenge the Elite Four again. And to make things quicker, first of all, I use rare candies to level everyone up, and I just matched levels with Gary this time. Again, I've maxed out everyone's EVs. In Rock Tunnel, Poliwag takes out an Onix to evolve into Poliwhirl. A rare candy evolves Tentacool into Tentacruel. Omanyte knocks out a Geodude to evolve into Omastar. Fuck knows where I was when I evolved Psyduck into Golduck because the clip is literally just its evolution. Seal takes out a Clefairy to evolve into Dewgong. Ooh, shit cold! I'll take an Oko move! And finally, with Poliwhirl having learned a move I needed her to learn, I use a Water Stone to evolve her into Poliwrath. Okay, say hello to Team Hydro Pump. Named as such because only one member doesn't have Hydro Pump in their moveset. At level 72, Omastar has Ancient Power, Mud Shot, Bite, and Hydro Pump. Poliwrath's at level 72 with Brick Break, Belly Drum, Hydro Pump, and Strength. Tentacruel's level 72 with Giga Drain Cut, Sludge Bomb, and Hydro Pump. At level 73, Dewgong is the only one without Hydro Pump, having the moveset of Takedown, Surf, Sheer Cold, and Ice Beam. Golduck is also level 73 with Disable, Confusion, Hydro Pump, and Calm Mind. And finally, Vaporeon is at level 74 with Hydro Pump, Bite, Blizzard, and Quick Attack. It should also be noted I'm using the same rules as last time with Vaporeon in Blastoise's place, only being allowed to get involved in any battles before Gary if I have no other options. Okay, we have a higher level Elite Four and Champion to take on, so let's see how this goes. Lorelei's up first, who sends out Dewgong while we send out Omastar. Double Team immediately works out for Dewgong as Omastar misses with Ancient Power. Dewgong then uses Surf while Omastar misses with Ancient Power again. A second hit on Surf is met with our first hit on Ancient Power, which not only doesn't do as much damage as we'd hoped for, it also doesn't give us a stat boost. Another double team from Dewgong can't stop a second hit of Ancient Power, but Dewgong lives in red health, causing Lorelei to use a full restore. Another Ancient Power hits, but now we're out of PP for Omastar's only super effective move as he's left to fall to Surf. We send in Poliwrath, who's barely phased by Surf before knocking Dewgong out with a Brick Break. Of course, with Psychic's advantage over fighting, Lorelei sends in Jinx, so we switch out to our own Dewgong. A Lovely Kiss puts Dewgong to sleep as Jinx uses a couple hits of Psychic before Dewgong wakes up hitting with a Sheer Cold. Piloswine's in next, and with the partial ground typing, a Surf is enough to get him into red health, but his Rock Slide also knocks Dewgong into red health. Lorelei sends in Lapras, and not expecting to outspeed, we call for Takedown. It hits, leaving Dewgong on 11 HP before Lapras calls for Thunder. We send in Poliwrath, and rather than risking using Belly Drum, we just call for Brick Break. That works out as Lapras lives in red health using a Thunder that would have wiped Poliwrath out had I used Belly Drum. Unfortunately, just as we switch to Strength, Lorelei uses a full restore. We then call for Brick Break, and I don't know if the crit was necessary or not, but I'm not gonna argue it, as it takes Lapras down. Cloyster's in next, who calls for Rain Dance, but his incredibly high defense means Brick Break isn't enough for a one-shot. Cloyster calls for Surf, but Poliwrath's ability turns that into HP as he hits with another Brick Break, so Poliwrath has more HP when Cloyster faints than when Cloyster came in. Moving on to Bruno, whose Onyxes have evolved into Steelixes, now only being 2 times weak to water. But that doesn't stop Omastar from one-shotting with Hydro Pump. Hitmonchan is in next, and as the fighting type is a bad matchup for Omastar's partial rock typing, we switch into Golduck, who takes a Sky Uppercut originally aimed at Lord Helix before knocking Hitmonchan into red health with Confusion. Another Sky Uppercut takes Golduck into red health, but as we know a full restore is coming, we can set up with Calm Mind. It doesn't work out as well as we'd hope, as Hitmonchan lives through a Confusion in yellow health before taking Golduck out with Rock Salt. We send in Tentacruel, who finishes the job with a Sludge Bomb before Bruno sends in Hitmonlee, who is also hit with a Sludge Bomb before he does some serious damage with an Earthquake, but another Sludge Bomb takes him out. When Machamp comes in, we decide to take back some of the health we lost, calling for Giga Drain. When that doesn't do much, we call for a Hydro Pump that leaves Machamp around half health before he finishes Tentacruel with a Brick Break. We send in Poliwrath and immediately call for Belly Drum. Machamp's Cross Chop isn't enough to take Poliwrath out, so a Brick Break destroys my favorite alien from Ben 10 at one point. When Steelix comes in, his weakness to fighting means one Brick Break destroys him and we beat Bruno. Against Agatha, her Gengar starts with a Psychic while we respond with a Bite that leaves the Ghost in red health. A full restore means another Bite leaves Gengar in yellow health, but before she can finish the job with Psychic, one more Bite finishes the job. That's worded confusingly. Oh well, fuck it. Agatha's actually more of a Ghost type trainer now, so she sends in Mischievous. One Thunderbolt is enough to take Omastar down. We send in Dugong, who tanks a Thunderbolt but misses with a Sheer Cold. A second Thunderbolt gets Dugong near half health while Surf takes Mischievous into yellow. One more Thunderbolt has Dugong on 80 HP before an Ice Beam leaves the Ghost in yellow health, who uses a Track, which pays off as Dugong is unable to get off another hit before falling to Psychic. We send in Golduck next, who quickly finishes Mischievous off with Confusion. Arbok is out next, and we set up with a Calm Mind. Confusion isn't enough to take out Arbok, but a second one does the job. Gengar's in next, and we use another Calm Mind. The special defense boost helps Golduck to survive a Thunderbolt, and we replay that turn again, but with Golduck getting paralyzed this time. He then lives through a Sludge Bomb, allowing him to finish off Gengar with a Confusion. Crobat's out last, who hits with an Air Cutter, and we send in Poliwrath? Why I sent in someone with a Flying type weakness I don't know, but she gets the job done with Hydro Pump and Strength. Like Bruno, Lance seems to have only bothered evolving his unevolved Pokemon rather than taking a trip to Johto or the Sevi Isles to catch more, as we send in Omastar against his Gyarados. Unfortunately, I hadn't managed to regain PP for Ancient Power, but Omastar manages to live through an Earthquake, though a Dragon Dance means there's no chance of living through a second. We send in Tentacruel, who fires off a Sludge Bomb that poisons Gyarados before falling in one shot to an Earthquake. We send in Poliwrath, and knowing that a full restore is coming, we call for Belly Drum. Gyarados sets up with another Dragon Dance, but the strength we fire off is just too powerful. Aerodactyl's in next, who manages to use Aerial Ace, but Poliwrath lives, hitting hard with a Brick Break. Dragonite comes out, who uses Outrage, but Dugong can take it from here. Another Outrage doesn't do much, but a 4 times effective hit of Ice Beam takes the Dragonfly type out, as Lance calls on his second Dragonite, who manages to do a bit more damage than the first, but still falls to Ice Beam. Unfortunately, when Kingdra comes out, there is no more Ice type weakness, so he takes an Ice Beam pretty well before setting up with Dragon Dance. Kingdra then finishes Dugong off with a Hyper Beam, and we send out Golduck, hoping to stop Hyper Beam with Disabled, but it misses. We set up a Calm Mind as Kingdra uses Surf, and Confusion leaves Kingdra in yellow health while he uses Dragon Dance. Another Confusion gets Kingdra into red health, but that just means a full restore is coming. Another Calm Mind is met with a Hyper Beam that takes Golduck out, leaving us with only Vaporeon. The Water-type Evolution hits with a Blizzard, and an attempt at Surf from Kingdra is useless as Vaporeon absorbs the water before winning the battle with Blizzard. For the championship rematch, Gary has taken a trip to catch some Johto Pokemon to replace his regulars as Heracross replaces Pidgeot and Tyranitar replaces Rhydon. This one actually took several attempts, so I'm just going to skip to the last one. Blue starts off with Heracross and we start with Golduck. A Hydro Pump takes Heracross under half health while a Mega Horn does the same to Golduck. Tyranitar is out next, and one Hydro Pump is enough to take out the pseudo-legendary. When Venusaur comes out, we call for Confusion, which doesn't do a lot, while Venusaur responds with an Earthquake that wipes the non-psychic type Psychic Duck out. We send in Dugong to fire off a couple of Ice Beams while only taking a Sludge Bomb. That said, Venusaur did set up a sunny day, so we can't rely too much on Water-type attacks. Alakazam comes in next, and one takedown isn't enough to stand up to his Psychic attacks. We send in Vaporeon, and a bite gets Alakazam into red health, prompting Blue to use a Full Restore, which allows Vaporeon to take out half of Alakazam's health with another bite. Vaporeon then lives through another Psychic and finishes Alakazam with one final bite. Gyarados is in next for our rival, and one Hyper Beam is all it takes for Vaporeon to go down. We send in Omastar, who manages to do some decent damage with Ancient Power, but Gary fixes that with a Full Restore before wiping Omastar out with a Hydro Pump. We bring in Poliwrath, and while Gyarados uses Dragon Dance, we use Belly Drum. Gyarados then misses his attack, while one hit of Strength is enough to take him down. Arcanine is out last, who hits with Aerial Ace, while Poliwrath misses with Hydro Pump. Another Aerial Ace leaves Poliwrath on 9 HP, while a Hydro Pump takes Arcanine into red health. Of course, that means Blue uses a Full Restore, so another shot of Hydro Pump takes Arcanine back into red health. Arcanine then uses Extreme Speed, which knocks out Poliwrath. We send in Tentacruel, who's hit with an Extreme Speed before firing off Hydro Pump, winning us the battle. Yeah, I didn't have another outro planned. Also, if you're hearing like a my fan's actually on. No more strong drink. It is legitimately 1:45 in the morning. Yeah. Give you an update. I'm like part way through Fire types only. Where exactly am I up to in that? Let's see. Notes. Like 3 badges in, and preparing for the Lavender Tower rival battle. This is why I script myself. Also working on another video that I'm pretty sure will get copyright claim the second it goes up, but yeah, but that takes a long ass time to edit. I literally just tonight finished recording everything for it, and I've been like editing in between everything else. But you'll see that when it goes up, I guess, unless it gets taken down immediately. I don't know, I didn't plan shit. Bye.